Alright, I just wanted to make a quick video because Facebook updated something again. And again, this is not going to be in all accounts, but I'm sure pretty soon it will. And this is the new Lookalike interface. Now I have it pulled up in front of me. And I'm just making this video so that, I'm mainly making it for my students when they pull up their create a lookalike audience, they don't get freaked out and not know what to do. So I'm going to put a picture of the new interface on my screen right now, and I'm going to kind of explain how it works. I dug into it a little bit, and we might have some exciting news here, but it could have just been a glitch because it is a new feature, and this is kind of why they only implement this in certain accounts. So we're looking at the new interface here. You can see that it's very similar. You can select your source and then select the location. Those two things are mainly the same. But what we're looking down here on the bottom, you can see that there's no longer an option to create advanced lookalikes. Now, this is fine, and at first I thought that it meant that Facebook was going to force us to start using advanced lookalikes, especially after they're trying to force us to use campaign budget optimization. I'm thinking now they're going to try to force us to use advanced lookalikes, but that's not what's going on, and I'm going to show you real quick how to make lookalikes with this new interface because I know it can be a little bit confusing up front, but if you understand how it works, then it's pretty simple. So you can see that instead of one slider here, now you have two. And you can choose which amount. You see where it says number of lookalike audiences, it says 1. If you change that number to 2 or 3, you'll get more and more sliders, and that's basically called an advanced lookalike, or it used to be. Now it's just kind of a normal lookalike. But this is the new interface, so there's 2 little dots right there that you can click and drag wherever you want. But I'm going to show you the difference between the different audiences. So I have the new image pulled up now. And you can see that if you drag the one that was on the 0 over to the 1, and then you drag the one that was on the 1 over to the 4, if you look under where it says new lookalike audiences, and I'll try to emphasize where this is on the video, but it says 1 to 4% of Canada and then Ocean Serenity, which is just a test store that I created. So this is an advanced lookalike. This is how you're going to create advanced lookalikes. Now, I don't really go into this in my strategy. I don't really mess around with advanced lookalikes all that much. I've tried them in the past and they don't work as well compared to normal lookalikes. And the main reason why people use them is to avoid audience overlap, which I think is audience overlap it's a real thing, right? It exists, but I just don't think it's a problem, especially if you're just starting out. So this is what's going to freak most people out, right? If they're not used to looking at advanced lookalikes, this is what an advanced lookalike is. You're basically creating lookalikes between different percentages, and you're not making a full lookalike. And we'll go to the next slide right now. So this is how you're going to want to create a normal lookalike audience like you would before. You just leave the first dot on the 0, and then you move the second dot over to whatever percentage that you're trying to make. And if you look over new lookalike audiences, it actually tells you the audience that you're about to create, or what it's going to look like. So this is just a normal 2% that I'm showing on screen right now. And then same exact thing with the 1%. If you just leave it from 0% to 1%, and if you're trying to make like a 7%, you would just leave the first dot on the 0%, and then you would drag the second dot up to the 7%. This is a new interface of Facebook, which is just a prime example of them fixing something that's not broken once again. And I wish that they would actually fix something that is broken, like being able to make numerous different lookalikes from one interface so that you don't have to reselect the source and re-put in all the countries. And that would be really helpful, but instead they choose to change it up and make it more confusing to use. But that's pretty much it for this video. That's all I wanted to say, was just kind of update you guys on what's coming, just so that you know it before it hits you.